Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I hate that I'm doing this video after this morning. The prices were going up crazy, and we went as high, it looks like as high as $1.35 on XRP. But I was busy. I was down at my hunting land actually. Believe it or not, I was throwing out corn and feed down at my hunting land. That's what I was doing. I had done a video early this morning. And so I was watching the prices and they were going crazy and everything, but I just didn't get in on that game talking about it. But you are talking to the long-term investor of long-term investors, and so I really don't get too bogged down in those things. But let me tell you what's typical. Today Swell was over, and what's typical is for the prices to run up in anticipation of these Swell events. I've seen this 1,000 times now. And then when there's not some significant announcement that just is some crazy announcement, then the prices go back down. And that's basically what you're seeing today. So for me, this is nothing but a buying opportunity. It went up as high as $1.35 and same day comes down. We're now sitting at $1.17. So look, if you understand the big picture of what XRP is and all that at this point, then you will that's just a blip on the radar screen for you. I did see this, which I find interesting. This is from Dark Defender, and it kind of, against the backdrop of the market having gone up and come back down, this kind of tells you what he's thinking. Hi there, XRP has broken both the price RSI levels. Now he did this at 2:50 a.m. this morning, so managed to maintain $1.22 support. This means we will be visiting for $1.33 and $1.53 shortly. He was right on this one. We did get there. Short-term resistance $1.33, $1.53, $1.77, $2.20. Support's $1.22, $1.13. So I would think that means, let me do a refresh here. I would think that $1.13 level is what, now I'm not a chart guy, I'm just telling you what I'm assuming based on what he's saying here. $1.13 is where you don't want it to go below, but who knows? Okay, I want to just show you this for a minute because I think this is a big deal for all markets and just all economies around the world. Breaking: China's Evergrande has officially defaulted. DMSA prepares to file bankruptcy. For DMSA expert, it is clear as soon as court opens insolvency proceedings, Evergrande will also be officially bankrupt, and that is only a matter of days. So they're comparing this to the way Lehman Brothers was in the United States during the financial crisis, that thing's even worse maybe. Okay, I wanted to show you a few Swell things because what they talked about and what went on is bigger picture than what the prices did today. This is from Tranglo. Thank you, Ripple, for recognition at its Blockchain Innovation Awards. Our partnership is certainly accelerating positive changes in cross-border payments. Follow us to find out how we can accelerate your business growth. And then there was a couple of videos. I'm going to show you these because they're not crazy long. Watch these. So well done. Everything Ripple does is so well done.
Yeah, so I think the fundamental demand for DeFi is measured in the tens of trillions of dollars. The demand to borrow and the demand to trade are just massive. And we're really at the starting line of a very long journey and marathon today. And, a few years ago, when Ashish came to our office, I don't even think DeFi was a phrase yet, necessarily. That's how early and new this opportunity is. And the biggest blockers and impediments are as follows. One is the user experience of DeFi. Oftentimes, we're at a very early stage where most of the usage are people and institutions, using smart contracts deployed onto a blockchain or using a decentralized system directly. This is very technically cumbersome. Over time, we're going to see this cumbersome activity abstracted away, where you're going to see financial products being built on top of DeFi. You're going to see institutions using DeFi. You're going to see the economics of DeFi, but it's not going to be as difficult. And it's going to be embedded into easy to use, products, services, and markets.
I'm telling you, folks, sometimes I don't try to get too overexcited on things, but every time I watch Swell and every time I see what they do and how first class everything they do and what these people are saying, it reminds me of the big picture, folks. The big picture is this. I will be buying, look, I'm an XRP, XLM, I even buy some Ethereum, just because, I show you all the Ethereum things, but I do think Ethereum is going to be a part of the world financial structure. Now, whether or not some people will get in trouble in the course of that, who knows? But I do think that it's going to be a thing. Okay, it's going to be a big part of the financial system. And I don't want Ethereum itself to be hurt. I don't want investors to be hurt. I want it to do well. But I don't want it to do well without a level playing field, as I say all the time. Now, but every time I watch these things, I'm just excited about what's coming. And believe you me, I do continue to buy XRP. I do continue to buy XLM. And I buy not several others, just a handful of others. But those are the ones on my mind right now. Here's another clip from Swell right here.
As these trends have continued to play out, one of the critical insights we have had here at Team Ripple is that a foundational element for tokenization and crypto broadly is liquidity. Everything starts with liquidity. Liquidity is the reason why all of this is possible. Crypto markets have exploded over the past couple of years, meaning there are levels of liquidity that can support value exchange on a more global scale. We've gone from millions of dollars of liquidity per day to billions of dollars of liquidity per day. And I have little doubt that will continue to grow by orders of magnitude in the years to come. It's worth noting that part of the reason why traditional financial systems were so inefficient, slow, and expensive is because the lack of liquidity for most currencies outside of the G20. Crypto really, in my judgment, has upended what we used to take for granted. And this is driving the core of our entire business within RippleNet and RippleX.
Makes you wonder if they've been waiting on all that liquidity and that's what's been holding this show up. Maybe they're about ready. Here we go. Here's another one.
From a customer perspective, they are always very, very keen to know where their money is, right? It's very hard-earned money. A lot of them are from different stratas of society. Some of them are young and enthusiastic. A lot of our customers are younger millennials who are kind of. But one thing that they ask us all the time is, "Where's my money?" And for that, we need to ensure that the money gets delivered very fast. And I think that's one thing that with using the solutions that we've built over a period of time, which are proprietary ones, as well as what Ripple brings to the table, I think that makes our life easier in telling them because payments are instant, they're quick.
That they are. And then here's the wrap up on Swell. Really cool production here. Watch. So, very cool thing. Wanted to show you a clip that I put together. So, this clip that I put together, I'll just read you this. So, let me get this straight. The current chairman of the SEC, Gary Gensler, believes Ethereum was a security in 2016. But the Ethereum Foundation was able to sell it to speculative investors who I assume were also allowed to resell it on the secondary market. What am I missing here? Okay, and he goes after Ripple, but nobody goes after the Ethereum people. They don't go after the Ethereum Foundation. So watch this. And we have all the evidence here. We've got the screenshots of tweets. We've got their own audio of them saying this stuff. This isn't us just pulling things out of the sky and making them up.
That they do Ethereum, I believe there's a strong case, a strong legal case. It was a security, it was an investment contract in 2014 when it was offered, similar to all other initial coin offerings. They were careful, they were clever, but they still, I think, were a duck and waddles and quacks like a duck, and they passed the Howey test in 2014 and 2016.
It's pretty cool. So when I first visited you in Brooklyn, it would have been early January or maybe late December of 15, 16. Like, I think it was January 16. And you were mapping this out. Consensus was maybe 6 weeks old or 2 months old. I was impressed with the fact that you actually had employees. That there were these, 20, 25 people that I always say were mapping out this revolution. And it was the first time I understood that the crypto movement, Bitcoin, Ethereum, blockchain, really had a revolutionary zeal to it, as opposed to, I originally bought it as a speculative asset and thought this is kind of cool technology and it's going to go higher.
And then what you're looking at here is, in some videos, Mike Novogratz had said that he bought the Ethereum that he bought in January of 2016 from Vitalik Buterin. But Vitalik, in a tweet one time, corrected this and said it was the Ethereum Foundation, not me as an individual. I'm grateful that Mike Novogratz and other early purchasers of the Ethereum Foundation's Ethereum, if it weren't for them, perhaps the Ethereum Foundation would not have survived financially. And Ethereum, where are Vitalik Buterin's handlers, folks? He's typing this stuff. The things that this poor guy has said and typed are unbelievable. Because look, and he's living proof that you can be a genius in one lane, but when you get in lanes that you're not too familiar with, because what he puts on paper there, I'm telling you, it doesn't sound and look right, because he's telling them that he's saying this company's using these funds that they're getting by selling this thing in order to survive. What does that equal? Well, Gary Gensler said it himself. You don't have to take my word for it. Now, I wanted to show you this. This is from Ripple Eye. He's got Mike Novogratz, Vitalik Buterin. It says he's a benign dictator, okay? I'm going to play this version of it because this guy boosted the volume a little better. Listen to this.
People are making real money now, and so the IRS isn't stupid. We pay our taxes, but it's also develop sound ethical business principles, or Mr. Regulator's going to come with his hammer. And that's, I think, one of the bigger risks here, because there's a lot of fly-by-night. Now, the core people, I think there's a beautiful spirit. The core developers, you meet Vitalik Buterin when he's a benign dictator in the Ethereum space. And I think there really is a very revolutionary spirit amongst the guys that are building this system.
So he's a benign dictator. Hey, I wanted to show you this before we go. iTrustCapital has coming soon the Avalanche token. Now, I'm not familiar with the Avalanche token, but I just wanted to make you aware for those in my audience that are into the Avalanche. Anytime they show these coming soon things, I pay attention. And by the way, if you haven't, iTrustCapital, I have 2 IRAs there. That's where I buy. It's my favorite place to buy crypto, because it's either a tax-free or a tax-deferred account, depending on the type of account that you open there. And that's why I love it. I can buy in and buy and sell within this account with my accounts without incurring immediate tax consequences. And that's a big freaking deal. That's iTrustCapital.com. And look at all these digital assets that you can invest in there. And they also have gold and silver products. Awesome platform. It's actually, I read to you, I think the other day, they've had over $3.5 billion in trading volume. These guys have become, I think they're like the biggest crypto IRA platform in the world now. Awesomeness. iTrustCapital.com. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family about iTrustCapital.